Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and it's that time of the year again. Premier League prediction. This is my third one ever, so I'm actually I'm kind of excited. I do love doing videos like this, and it's going to be exciting. Premier League season obviously starts on Friday. You know, Arsenal are going to be 20th of Friday. What I can't wait for. And yeah, I can't wait. That's obviously Monday now. This video will probably be out on Wednesday, I'd like to say. But yeah, it took me about 2 hours to just figure out what to do. And it was just very hard. It was very hard this year. But yeah, it was very struggling. Obviously this year we're going to do top goal scorer as well, who win the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Young Player of the Year and Player of the Year. I've done that this year as well, we'll see soon. But yeah, let's get right into it. But boys, before we do get into it, mean the world if you guys can drop a like on the live stream, helps me out a lot. So yeah, if you can do that, it'd be very much appreciated, and shout out to everyone that does do that. And if you are new in here, make sure to subscribe, would help me out a lot. And if you are excited for the new Prem season, yeah, drop a like, would help me out so much. But yeah, enough waffling, let's get right into it. I don't want to make this video long, so I want to try and get it done as quick as possible. So yeah, 20th I've gone with Brentford. I just don't think they will stay up. I just don't think they'll have the team to adapt to the Premier League. To be fair, I don't know much about Brentford. I watched them briefly in the playoff final. Like I said, I don't really watch that much Championship football. I don't really know much about them. Obviously, they have a Tony. Tony is alright. I mean, I think he is a bit of overhyped, Tony, I'm not going to lie. A lot of goals have came from penalties last year. A bit of an overhyped player. You know, obviously they signed that centre-back from Celtic. Ajer, I think his name is. I think that's a pretty good signing. Probably Ajer and Janssen at the back. That's, well, they're two centre-backs. I think that's alright. But I don't really know much about them, not going to lie. But I've gone with Brentford dead at last. A lot of people have put them like 10th and stuff like that. I think a lot of people think they're going to be Sheffield United. I can't see that happening. It happened once. Okay, I can't see that happening. Alright, but a lot of people have put them in the underdogs, so I just think they'll finish dead last. Alright, I did say this about Sheffield, but we'll see. On to 19th, I have gone with a bit of a shocker. I've gone with Southampton. Now, listen, okay, I'm sorry, I think I do have a few Saints fans subscribers. I just don't think Southampton will stay up, unfortunately. I think Danny Ings is such a big loss. 35 million. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think they are replacing him with Armstrong. Don't really know much about the lad, not gonna lie. Big boots to fill. I think it's for like 18 million. I think they agreed a fee today, and yeah, to replace Danny Ings, I think that's kind of dead. And if Ward-Prowse does obviously leave, I think I think they'll just might even finish dead last. But you know, I've gone with Southampton 19th. I just don't think they have that team to stay up anymore. They suffer with a lot of injuries, and I just don't think they'll stay up. And obviously Ryan Bertrand has left now. Obviously he's getting on a bit, but yeah, Ryan Bertrand has gone, and yeah, they've only made one. I can't think off the top of my head any more signings they made except from Armstrong. Not gonna lie, I think they might have signed Wayne Hennessy. I think they did. It was Southampton more. It might be in Watford. I can't remember. But yeah, I think Southampton will finish 19th. Bit of a shocker. We're in 18th. I have gone with Watford. I don't know. I don't really know much. Like a lot about Watford. I watched them 2 years ago in the Premier League. They were an alright team, but they have lost a lot of players since then. Obviously, Decore, I think Cabaselli has now left. Troy Deeney's obviously getting on a bit. They still have Ismail Assar as well. So yeah, I think they will finish 18th. I think it will be close. Obviously between Watford, Southampton, I've put in 17th. I've put Norwich. I think Norwich will just about stay up. A lot of people do underestimate this Norwich team, but I'll finish with Watford first. I just see them lacking so many. I just don't think they have a very good defence. Watford, not going to lie, I think they will concede so many goals this year. And I think they need to decide a defensive player in this transfer window. Obviously, the window is over. It's got 20 days left, so anything can completely change. You know what I mean? So, but looking at this Watford team, I cannot see them staying up. I think they do lack a lot up front as well. To be fair, obviously they have made the signings of like Joshua King, who 5 years ago would have been pretty good. But yeah, obviously they have Troy Deeney, Ismail Assar, who will have to probably carry them again. But I think Watford will finish 18th. And 17th, obviously, here we have got Norwich. I think a lot of people underestimate this Norwich team. Obviously, they've got 2 Premier League proven players from the other year. Todd Cantwell, he was alright. And then Max Aarons, who I'm kind of a big fan of. I do like Max Aarons. And I think I'm very, very surprised that he's still at Norwich. There was probably no one signed him. I know Man United were linked with him at the start of this transfer window. Bayern Munich were interested in him as a backup right back. But I'm very surprised he's still there. Obviously, they've made the signings of Rashica. Don't really know much about the lad, to be fair, not gonna lie. Lees Malou, they signed as well, who I don't know much about either, to be fair. But I think they have that team that can stay up. I do think they lack a centre-back. Obviously, I think they have Close, I think his name is. I think he's still there, the Swiss centre-back. But I do think they lack a centre-back. And obviously, they've got Tim Krul in goal. And obviously, Teemu Pukki, you can't forget about Teemu, who did well at the start of the season 2 years ago. And, well, hopefully, I think they will just about stay up, and I hope they do. I do have family who support Norwich, but yeah, I do think they will just about stay up, and I hopefully do. Hopefully do. But going 16th, I've gone with Brighton. Now, Brighton always stay up each year. They just find a way to stay up. And I just cannot see Brighton going any further than 16th. If they had a striker, I think they could finish 12th or 11th. I'm not even kidding. How much a striker would change Brighton's team? Would, I think it would just completely change. I think they need that target man, like Edouard. I know they are linked with him, but I don't think they'll end up getting him. I think they badly need a striker. Obviously, Lamptey is a big miss. I don't know how long he's out for, but I'm pretty sure he's out for quite a long time. But I do think they have an alright team, and I think they will just about stay up. But yeah, we'll see. But in 5th move, I've gone with Burnley. Man, I've seen a lot of people putting Burnley in relegation. Mate, Burnley will. I think they'll stay up. I think they're just about to stay up. Obviously, they've got Sean Dyche, and mate, Sean Dyche should honestly have a statue outside Turf Moor. What he's done for the club is honestly unreal. And yeah, he's still at the club, obviously thinking about leaving. I think it was last year, wasn't it? But he's still at the club, and I think he will just keep them up. And yeah, obviously they have signed Collins from Stoke. Don't know much about the like young, tall, fast, and he might do bits. Obviously, their team is getting on a bit. Tarkowski, me are getting on quite a lot, but I do think they're just about to stay up. But yeah, moving on to 14th, I have gone with Crystal Palace. A bit of a shoot. I don't know then they're shocked because a lot of people have put Crystal Palace a lot down. I've seen a lot of people put them like 19th and stuff like that. Obviously, they don't have a very good manager. Patrick Vieira did very bad at Nates. Was it Nates? Yeah, he did very, very badly there. And it was at Monaco. I think he did bad at. The manager, I think he will end up like a Frank de Boer, if anyone remembers him. I think it was about 5 years ago. He played 6 games he was manager for, lost them all at the start and then I get sacked. I think Patrick Vieira will probably end up getting sacked as soon as possible. And then I think they'll probably get someone like, I don't know, Sam Allardyce involved or something like that, but I do think he'll probably be the quickest manager to get sacked. But I think they'll just about, stay, I think it will be close between Palace, Burnley, Brighton, Norwich, Watford and Southampton. I think Brentford won't get anywhere near them, I'm not gonna lie. I think they'll finish dead last. But Palace, they've obviously signed that guy from Reading. Olise, don't really know much about him, not going to lie. And obviously they have signed Anderson, what I think is a very, very good signing. He was pretty good at Fulham, and I think that is a very, very good signing for them. I think that fixes a lot of issues for Palace at the back, and I think that is a very good signing, Anderson, because he was probably Fulham's best player last year, if not Areola. I think Areola was pretty good, but I'd probably go with Anderson. He was very good, and yeah, I'm surprised no one has signed Mitrovic as well. I'm still very surprised at that. But yeah, he'll be very good for Brighton. I know he kind of just did bad in the Premier. He is a Championship player, but just give him a try. Alright, in 13th, I have gone with Newcastle. I think that's a bit generous, to be fair. 13th. I think if they did not sign Willock, I think I would have probably put them about 17th, 16th. I'm not gonna lie. I think Willock completely transfers their team. Yeah, Willock is at the end of last year, he was a very, very good player, and I'm very, very, very surprised that Arsenal let him go. Arsenal lack so much up front, and to let Willock go was very, very shocking. But for 30 million, they have brought him back, and I think he'll do well there. I'm not going to lie. Obviously they have a pretty good team. Jerome Lewis, Wilson, hopefully if he can get on form. Wilson, will hopefully, might bag in a few goals. And yeah, I think they have a team, well, can comfortably stay up and obviously maybe push for top 10. I don't know, but I think that is a very good sign. And I know they were close to going down at the end of last season, but then they went on like a winning streak. And yeah, really kind of kept them up, I'm not going to lie. But in 12th, I've gone with Wolverhampton Wanderers. I don't know, I don't know much about their manager. I just don't. It's a tricky one with Wolves because like their team 2 years ago was it was all right. Europa League team. It was like how West Ham are like right now, but you can see how far the team has dropped. Obviously, Nuno was it sacked or leaving? I can't remember what that is. I think they just he left on like neutral agreement, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Jimenez obviously getting that head injury. I don't know if Jimenez will be that player he was 2 years ago. I can't see that happening. Imagine if you broke your skull and you're going back into playing football. You just can't. You'd be scared, wouldn't you? Like, I just can't see him being the player he was. Signings obviously signed Trincao from Barcelona. What's alright signing? I don't really know much about him, to be fair. And they've signed that goalkeeper Sarr to replace Rui Patricio. Kind of an upgrade, to be fair. Rui Patricio was so bad last year. He was dreadful. Sarr, don't really know much about the lad. But yeah, I think he's, I don't know how old he is. I think he's like 26. So I think it's kind of an upgrade, to be fair. But yeah, I've gone with Wolves in 12. In 11th, I've gone with Everton. Bit of a shock. Obviously, I family support Everton. But yeah, it does make it sad to see how far Everton are dropping. Like, they have probably one of the richest, very, very rich owners in the Prem. And they haven't spent 2 million in this transfer window, I think, on Demarai Gray. They're signing so many free transfers. I think they're close to signing Salomon Rondon now. Obviously, they signed Demarai Gray, who they signed for, I think, was a 2 million. Begovic, I think they signed someone else. I can't remember who it is. But obviously, I don't know. If Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin can pick up a bit of form, then I think they could go like further. But I think James Rodriguez will end up going this window, unfortunately. So I think they will miss someone like him. But Decore, if he can get on form as well, he did all right last year. Decore, he did all right, but I think he can offer a lot more. Like he did at Watford 2 years ago. He was probably Watford's best player when they got relegated. Obviously, Allen coming back from injury. They do have a good team, and obviously Ben Godfrey, who was probably one of Everton's best players last year, if not their best. Him or Digne were their best players last season. Obviously, they have a very good team, but I just don't think it will click with obviously Rafa Benitez. And I look forward to seeing Everton fans back in the ground with Rafa Benitez as their manager. I know a lot of Everton fans, and they're absolutely disgusted with Rafa Benitez, and as you would be. It's like Pep Guardiola going to Man United in like 10 years' time. You know what I mean? It's just, it is bad. But I think Everton will finish 11th. In 10th, I've gone with Leeds United. Look, as much as I hate Leeds, I have to give credit to the team. It's hard to think with Leeds because I think they could get Europa League. I honestly do. I think Europa League or European Conference. I think they can have that push. But last year, what cost them is their defence. A lot of the defenders got injured, and obviously they've signed Firpo and they've signed Jack Harrison on a permanent, what I think is a very, very good signing on a permanent. But yeah, Firpo, don't know much about the lad, not gonna lie. He wasn't very rated at Barcelona, but neither was Digne, and look how Digne turned out, one of the best left backs in the Prem right now. But I do have to give credit to Leeds. They're a very, very good team. Bielsa's an alright manager. But I think they'll just end up finishing 10th. They could finish higher though. They need to click, and I do think they need a centre back because Robin, Koch, and Llorente. I think Koch's very good. But I think they need another centre back because last year what made them get 10th because of their lack of injury. They had so many injuries with the back line. And I think Leeds could go further, but I just don't think they'll click. And obviously Bamford, Rafinha, they have a very good attack. And I think they just need to click, and I think they can't get confidence. But I've gone with 10th. But yeah, just because I think there's better teams than Leeds, I'm not going to lie. But in 9th, I have gone with, wrong one, I've gone with West Ham. Now, being in Europa League, we've seen it with Burnley, we've seen it with Wolves in the past. There's just something goes wrong when a team not like in the top 6 get Europa League. They really do fall off in the Premier League, and I think West Ham could either finish 10th. I'm not gonna lie. It was hard between that, but I think Leeds fans, going back on Leeds, I think Leeds fans will be, let me know, Leeds fans in the comments, would you be happy with 10th? If I was a Leeds fan, getting top 10 in the Prem, just being like 2 years staying up, I'd be happy with that, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, West Ham, I think Jesse Lingard, not signing him back was probably one of the biggest mistakes. You will see how much you will miss Jesse Lingard. But yeah, I just don't... I think it's a very, very big year for Benrahma. I think it's a very, very huge year for him to fill in, obviously, Jesse Lingard's boots. But I think what would be such a good signing for West Ham is Dele Alli. I think Dele Alli, obviously going back 5 years, Dele Alli was so good in the year he came through at Spurs. I think, West Ham did it with Lingard. Try and get Dele Alli back to his potential, and honest to God, he could be so good. I think that would be, it's a team in London. I don't know if Spurs are going to use them that much this year. But I think that'd be such a good sign, and I do think West Ham need to sign another striker and a centre attacking mid. They're going to lack goals, they are. Michail Antonio is a very injury-prone player, and I think they do need a striker. But going in 8th, I have gone with not really a shock, and I was going to put them in 9th, but I've gone with Arsenal. Where do I start with Arsenal? I'll start off. I think they're going to lack so many goals this year. I can't see them. I think their defence is completely fine. I think their defence was the 3rd or 4th best defence last year. It's their attack what worries me so much. They can't create goals, they can't. And what is the biggest mistake of their transfer window if you sign Martin Odegaard again? You've seen Odegaard, he did alright, but he is not going to cause you goals. And, I don't hope because I don't really like Arsenal. But I think Aubameyang might do, he might come back. Hopefully he'll come back to his, to how he was 2 years ago. And, Saka obviously coming through. He was probably one of the best youngsters in the Prem. I hope he does well. Obviously Smith Rowe, obviously having big boots to fill. Obviously replacing, obviously he's got the number 10 shirt, obviously who had the last number 10 shirt, Ozil I think. Big boots to fill. Big year for Smith Rowe and Saka and Aubameyang. Like I said, I think we'll probably end up leaving. I think that's very, very. I think Lacazette is being so treated unfair. I've seen him being linked with Inter, Roma, and stuff like that. I think he is being treated unfair because he was your top goal scorer last year, and now he's going out the door. You get what I mean? So I think he's being treated unfairly. But I will go with Arsenal in 8th. I think people need to. Arsenal fans need to just agree that they are not a top 6 team anymore. They're a big 6 team. They're a big 6 team, obviously, the big 6, but they're not a top 6 team anymore. They need to just, realise that they aren't. They can't, get into Europa League anymore. They can't even get European football. Obviously, they don't have European football. That might help this year, but I just can't see them doing well. I'm not gonna lie. If they signed James Maddison, I think they could end up getting European football. I think James Maddison, I love James Maddison. I've said this before, James Maddison would be a United player right now. If Bruno didn't sign, we were heavily linked with Maddison. He was going to sign in the summer after. Last summer. I think he probably would have signed if Bruno didn't sign. And I think it'll be a huge signing, but I can't see him going. 100 million I saw price tag, and I think that's absolutely ridiculous. But it's Leicester. So moving on with Arsenal in 7th, I have gone with Aston Villa. Bit of a shocker. Aston Villa in 7th. Now it's a tough one with Villa because obviously they've just lost Jack Grealish. Big loss. But obviously making a few good signings. Leon Bailey had a very, very good season at Bayern Leverkusen last year. Young as well. Buendia, who's a very, very good player, Premier League proven. Danny Ings coming in. I think their team will just click. And if they sign James Ward-Prowse, mate, I think they might even get Europa League. So I do think they'll be going on a European tour, and I think they will get the conference. And I look forward to that. I do think they kind of miss out in a bit, a few defensive. I think a left back, I think they miss out on. Matt Target, I don't really rate, not gonna lie. He's alright, don't get me wrong. But obviously they've got now, they signed Axel Tuanzebe as well, or they are signing him. I think it's agreed, it's going to happen. But yeah, I think that's a very good signing. Obviously, United fan Axel Tuanzebe, mate, Tuanzebe can be a very, very good centre back. And I hope he does have I hope he starts. Him and Mings at the back, obviously Konsa, but I hope he does start. And obviously Matty Cash at right back. They do have a good defence, and obviously one of the best goalkeepers in the Prem, Emi Martinez, in my opinion. But yeah, I've gone with Aston Villa. Alright, here we go with the big 6. Now in 6, I've gone with Spurs. Now, I don't know with Tottenham. They could finish 10th, or they could finish like 5th. It's so hard to think about this with Tottenham. Obviously they made a few good signings. Romero, they really badly needed a centre back. Obviously I think Alderweireld left to the Chinese Super League this year. They really badly needed a centre back. Watching Tottenham's defence last year, they were shocking. Hopefully Kane will stay. Even if Kane goes or stays, I think they'll probably comfortably finish 6th. I'm not gonna lie. But I do think it's a big year for Tottenham. I think Nuno might get sacked. I'm not gonna lie. I just, mate, how the style Nuno plays, I feel sorry if you're a Tottenham fan, I'm not gonna lie. It's just part of the bus football, like, you got sacked of Jose Mourinho for Nuno, wouldn't say that's an upgrade, not gonna lie. I think you should have stayed with Mourinho, but, let's see what he does, he might surprise me. And obviously they sound like youngster Jill, don't know much about him, not gonna lie. But yeah, I do think they obviously, if Kane goes, I think they need a striker. But yeah, I've gone with Tottenham 6, and I don't think, hopefully they'll come to be finished there. Now, 5th, I think this is easy. I think everyone's going to put these team in 5th. I'm going with Leicester. Leicester, I don't know. I think if they lose James Maddison, that'll be a big loss for Leicester. Obviously, they got Europa League, and hopefully they can go far in that competition. Obviously, they did shit last year. But yeah, I hope they go far. Obviously, if they lose Wilfred Ndidi to United, I don't think it's not going to happen. But yeah, fingers crossed. My dream can go on because I love Wilfred Ndidi. I think he's so fucking good. But yeah, I think Leicester will obviously sign Daka, who's a pretty good signing. I think he's going to be a backup, not going to lie, for Jamie Vardy. I think Jamie Vardy's still got a bit left in the tank. I'd probably say this year. I think this was probably his last year being at the top level. And yeah, I think obviously the backline injuries is going to cost them a bit. Obviously Wesley Fofana has just broke his leg, I'm pretty sure. So that's a big loss. So I don't know who they're going to play at the bar. I think Johnny Evans and Son too. I think that's alright, to be fair. And obviously Justin's out as well for a bit longer. I don't know how long out. But yeah, I think they might sign a centre back before the transfer window ends. And yeah, that's alright. We're top 4. Here we go. The moment you've been all waiting for. I don't know, this is surprising, but in 4th, I have gone with, this is going to trigger so many people. I've gone with Liverpool, alright, I just, mate, this is a big year for Liverpool, and I just don't know. They could win the league, they could come 4th, they could even finish 5th. I just think one thing what lacks for Liverpool is their squad depth. Their squad depth is so bad. The defence is alright, but I think their attack is very poorly. I think if they start Jota this year and Firmino obviously goes to the bench, though I think they should do, I don't think they're not going to bench Firmino. I just think their attack squad depth is very poor, and their midfield, they've got Curtis Jones and James Milner. Their first team is probably the second best first team in the Prem, I'm not going to lie. It's a make or break here for Liverpool, I think, but I just don't know. It's a tough one because Van Dijk could come back to being the player he was, but I just can't see that happen. There's been so many ACL injuries in the past. I can't remember the last player that I saw who returned to a top level after an ACL injury. I can't remember. Ibrahimovic probably the last one. Tore an ACL at Man United, and he's still at a top level, Ibra. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, well, I don't know. No, I do like Van Dijk. He's the best centre back in the world at the moment, and hopefully he goes back to himself. But I don't know. If he does, then they could finish second or first. But I just can't see Van Dijk being the player he was. and I just think they'll finish fourth. In third, I've gone with my club, Manchester United. Oh, Man United could win the league. I just think they lack that CDM, and I said it. If Matic starts, we'll win the league. Okay, I'm not even taking it. No, okay, right. Matic can't start every game in this season, you know what I mean? But I think Matic will start. I think Ollie is going back to using Matic again, what I'm very hyped for, because Matic at the end of, not last season, the season before, he's very, very good. Very, very good. And then this year he wasn't used at all. What very sad. He signed the contract, 3-year contract, and didn't get used. So I'm happy that I think he will start using Matic and then Pogba in front of him. But I don't know how Pogba's going to work, man. I don't know, man. I'm really confused with Paul Pogba at the moment, because I don't know if he is a midfielder or he's an out wide player. I'm still undecided. I don't know if he can play. I don't know if he's better on the wing or he's better in midfield. I really don't know. If you watch United, you will see how you're probably watching this video saying you're absolutely waffling. Pogba is a centre mid. I don't know. I think he is a bit better on the wing, and I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. Obviously, signing Jadon Sancho, he's just going to be unreal this year. And Rafael Varane. I don't know about Rafael Varane either. I just don't think he's going. I don't know. It's tough to think about Rafael Varane. I don't know. But I think Man United will get third, and I think it will be close. I think it will be very close between this top four. I do. I really, really do. But I just think this United team needs to gel together, and I hope Cavani can go on a mad one. Hopefully, and try and get near the golden boot. I think he may have so much service. Bruno, Sancho, Rashford when he comes back from injury. Our team could either fall apart or it could click. We have one of the best defence in the league, one of the best attack. It's our midfield that lets us down very, very badly. If we sign like Wilfred Ndidi, I think we would win the league, and I'm not lying. I think we would win the league if Wilfred Ndidi signed. But that's finished with Man United. On to second, I have gone with Manchester City. And in first, I have gone with Chelsea. I do think Chelsea will end up winning the league. But, finishing with City. City, you don't have that striker. That striker, I don't know what they're going to play. I don't know if they're going to play a false nine with Ferran Torres, striker, or they're going to play, I don't even know what they're going to play. Mahrez maybe as a false nine. They don't have that striker, and I don't think they're going to sign one now. They signed Jack Grealish. But I just do think City squad depth is just unreal, and I think it will be close between City. But I think City need that Champions League title. You get what I mean? And I don't know. It's going to be close between City and Chelsea, but Chelsea to win the league. Now I don't know. It's going to be close between Chelsea and City, and Man United and Liverpool. I just predict now Chelsea have got that striker in Romelu Lukaku. I think they will win the league. That's what they missed last year as a goal scorer, and I think this is a huge year for Kai Havertz. I think Kai Havertz will be probably one of the best players this year. They obviously play a front three. I think obviously Werner. I think he got 6 goals last year, but he got like 12 assists. Was it 13 assists? He's a good player, and I think Werner will go back to being a winger, what he was when he joined RB Leipzig. I'm pretty sure he was a winger. And then, I think Havertz will play on the right, Werner left, and Big Rom up front, and I think that will cause so much damage. Obviously behind them, 2 of the best midfielders in the world at the moment, Kante, Jorginho, and then their back line is just unreal. Thiago Silva, Koundé, Chilwell and Reece James, and then Mendy in goal. I just think I don't think there's anyone. I think it's going to be very, very close. I do, but I just think Chelsea will just about win the league. They won the Champions League. They've got one of the best managers in the world, Tuchel, and I think they've just won the Champions League. Got to go for the Prem now, and I think Tuchel will want that. So I've gone with Chelsea in first. That is my Premier League prediction. But I obviously, we are going to do top goal scorer, Premier League Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year, FA Cup winner, and Carabao Cup winner. Top goal scorer. This guy is going to absolutely carry Liverpool. He always does. Mohamed Salah. There's no. I think it will be. I think he'll probably get about 25 goals, and then Lukaku will just finish behind Mohamed Salah like on 24. Don't think Kane will. I don't know. I've seen strikers in the past that want to leave the club and then they just don't reach the potential as of the next year. Yeah, there's a lot of players. There's been a lot of players in the past like that. Who have wanted to leave the club and obviously stayed and just not reached, not being themselves. And I think that will happen with Kane. I can't see Kane coming close. I think it'll be close between Salah and Romelu Lukaku this year. I think Cavani could be up there, 18 goals maybe, hopefully. But, I think Salah will just ease it, Obviously, Liverpool's best player. And, Mo Salah will get top goal scorer, I think, back-to-back years as well. So player of the year, I've gone with Kevin De Bruyne. Well, I don't know why that didn't work. Give me a second. Boom, there you go. Oh, it did work. Sorry, it was just a bit delayed. My bad. Kevin De Bruyne, I've gone with Premier League Player of the Year. Even if Kevin De Bruyne isn't Premier League Player of the Year, we'll end up winning it anyway. It is kind of rigged, I do think, the Premier League Player of the Year. I just don't know how he won it last year, and I do think there is a bias towards whoever wins the league, so I think even Rom could either get Player of the Year, even though Mohamed Salah was top goal scorer. I just do think whoever wins the league, they get a Player of the Year. Kevin De Bruyne, I think, will win it. It was close between Kevin De Bruyne and Bruno, but I don't think it is a big year, obviously, for Kevin De Bruyne. Obviously, being injured last year, coming back, and hopefully he stays fully fit. Well, not hopefully, because hopefully, but I just want United to win the league. You know what I mean? I want United to win a trophy this year. But I think Kevin De Bruyne will just, it'll be so good this year. Him, Jack Grealish, Mahrez. It's just, I don't know. It's so tough doing this. It was so tough. But De Bruyne, I think, will get Player of the Year. But yeah, that's it. Young Player of the Year, I have gone with Jadon Sancho. I think Jadon Sancho will win Young Player of the Year. Will win Young Player of the Year. It's under the age of 21. Obviously, now Foden can win it. Mount can't win it anymore. He's 22. Trent can't win it. He's 22 now. But Young Player of the Year, obviously Jadon Sancho will, with being age 21, he will win it. I think Jadon Sancho, this will be a big year. Obviously, Jadon Sancho having played 100 games in the Bundesliga, having 20 goals and 50 assists. It's 30 goals and 50 assists in 104 games. I think it was something like that. But I think this is a huge year for Jadon Sancho, and I cannot wait to see him in red. I think it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. But yeah, I cannot wait with Jadon Sancho. Finally seeing him in red. Should have been in red this year, but it's alright. But I think he will win Young Player of the Year this year. FA Cup winner, I have gone with Manchester United. I think we will finally win a trophy this year. I think we'll win the FA Cup. I don't think we'll win the Champions League, but it could happen. But FA Cup, I think we win. We'll finally get our hands on some glory. And yeah, Solskjaer's first trophy. Fingers crossed. But I don't know. I think we'll do all right in the Prem. Get third. And then I think I think Solskjaer needs to win a trophy this year badly, and I think he will win the FA Cup. And hopefully, we should have won. We could have easily won it last year. Not gonna lie. We beat Leicester. We had Southampton in the semis, and then Chelsea in the final. And obviously, we didn't. Iheanacho, put that to sleep. I still remember that. But yeah, Carabao Cup winner. It's just probably the easiest one of the day. Manchester City. They win it every year. I don't really, just Pep absolutely loves it, doesn't he? The Carabao Cup. Man City win it every year, and I just don't. I think City will win the Carabao Cup. I hope Liverpool. I think Liverpool needs to go for one of these trophies as well. The Carabao Cup or FA Cup. The last one they won was 2009. Was it they won the Carabao Cup in? Obviously, it was called the Capital One Cup then. But they won the Capital One Cup back in 2009. I think it was. I might be wrong. Or 2010. I think. But yeah, I think Liverpool could go for one of the trophies, FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. But yeah, that's what I've gone with. So there we go, lads. That is my Premier League prediction. Obviously, I'm a big waffler, so we waffled on for about 30 minutes there, so kind of mad. Yeah, there we go. That is my Premier League prediction. Try to make it as short as possible, and yeah. There we go, and let's see. I can't wait. I think this is going to be the best Premier League that we've ever seen. I said that last year, that's the fucking thing. But I think this will be the biggest Premier League, the best Premier League, we'll say. But yeah, let's say, and it starts obviously on Fridays. Well, boys, thank you very much for watching. It'd be much appreciated. You can smash the like on the live stream, and if you are new in here, make sure to subscribe. Would help me learn a lot. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Have a beautiful day, you sexy people. See you later.